Hi everyone, this is Aruna, Assistant Professor, Department of Information Technology, SNS College of Technology. In this video, I am going to discuss about the architecture of a database management system. Because as a database architect, we know how we can construct the database, what are the components can be present inside the architecture, that we have to know. So that only we're going to discuss about the thing. I'm going to recap my previous video. So what are the things we discussed in the earlier means we are seeing about the what is the data, what is the information, everything, and also basic terminology we have discussed. Along with that thing, how the data can be stored in any model. That also we're going to discuss in that discussion. I'm going to detailedly explain about the relational model. In my later video, we're going to see about the entity relationship data model. Now let us see what is the database architecture. Before going for the architecture, we're going to see about the structure. So structure is nothing but here the three persons can involve in this thing. One is a user, another one is a database management system, another one is a database system. These are the three layers available in a architecture. So in the first layer, the user may be a administrator or any application programmer or any of the users. So these can be called it as a user. If I go for an architecture, definitely they're going to design a schema. Definitely for designing the schema, they're going to use structured query language. In that thing, they are using a DDL command. If you are a user, you have to generate a query. By using a query processor, you're going to execute that particular query for retrieving the data from the database. If you're an application programmer, so definitely you're using a manipulation language to retrieve the data from the database. So this is the front end. This is a user level of the thing. The next thing is how we can retrieve the data, where the data can be stored. And also your data is stored in the data dictionary or a data file, or you're going to store it in any database. So for this thing, definitely you're having a manager. Through manager only, I can able to access my data. For the manager, definitely there must have a authorization. Only if you're having an authorized user only, you can able to enter. For that thing, we're going to send a command. In the command, definitely it will check the integrity. So your coding is correct or you are a authenticated user, everything it could be checked. So after the command, the thing, next it will go for the query optimizer. That particular query command, whatever you are passing, that will be optimizer thing that can be sent to the scheduler to transact the thing. Data that could be deal with the transaction manager. After the schedule, it will be recover from the buffer. In the buffer, it will be deals with the data dictionary. Through that, it will be get the data. It will be sent to the requested user. This is the overall structure of a database management system. Here, who and all involved means data manager is involved, database manager is available. So for the transaction can be taken place between the user to the another server or a database. For that thing, these are the two administrators involved in this particular structure. The next thing is we are saying that it is a centralized and memory can be shared by a multiple user. This is the how the memory can be shared. This is the overall architecture of the database management system. The next thing is what is the database architecture? It can be divided into two things. Either I can go for a 2-tier or a 3-tier. 2-tier is nothing but only a client. Application resides at the client machine where it invokes the database system functionally at the server machine. So we can able to directly access the thing, whatever the thing. In third layer, you are having the client machine that not access a front end and does not contain the direct database call. Here directly can contact the database. Here we doesn't directly contact the thing. It is a client in communicate to the application server. usually through in forms of interface. Through interface only we are able to connect the user with the database system. That could be done in the 3-tier architecture. This is the diagrammatic representation of a 2-tier and the 3-tier architecture. See here, as an application, as a user can directly connect with the database system. Here, there is an application client and server. Through that only a connection can be established between the client and server. Mostly nowadays and all we are using this particular thing only, client and server architecture. Client resides on some places, server can be in the resides on some other place. We doesn't know where, how the data can be stored in the database. For example, if you're taking a YouTube, if I want to search the database management system videos, if I give the command, I doesn't know where it to be loaded, where it to be stored. Is it right? So that particular concept only we can call it as a client server architecture. That could be followed in nowadays in all type of application. So initially, as I said, these are the user. So these person only going to use the database system. Either it can be any web user, or that can be called it as a Navy user, or you could be application programmer, or any analyst, or it may be a database admins. These are the people going to access the database management system. We well known the thing from starting and the ending and all. We are discussing about the database administrator. What is the role of the database administrator? What is the work they are doing? So is a person who going to control the central control over the system. That can be called it as a database administrator. The major functionality include is they're going to define the schema, storage structure and access method definition, schema and physical organization modification, for providing the access to the authorized user, and also they have to maintain the routine maintenance, and also periodically they have to take the backup of the database, and also if the space is not enough, mean the notification can be sent to the user, or they have to clear the disk, and also what could be currently the job is working on the database, that could be monitored. So these are the major roles and responsibility of the database as a database administrator. So thank you. That's all about the database architecture. As an architect, definitely we have to learn what is the structure of DBMS. In my next video, we're going to discuss about the history and how we can represent the data. What is the example for that thing, that and all we're going to discuss in the next video. Thank you for watching my video.